Chandler here. People are saying we got a race problem in this country, and I say, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem because you call it a race. It's a race where you start off one group of people 20 miles behind the starting line, and you call it a race. And as soon as they start to catch up, you slap on a fashionable set of leg irons, and you still call it a race. I say it's not a race problem. What it is a problem with the race. You ever wonder why so many impoverished youth in this country will kill each other over a pair of running shoes? It's because you call it a race, and they think they have a chance. But I'm here to say that it is not a race. Because, my friends, the world is round, and whoever is in first place is slightly behind the guy in last. My name is George Floyd. My name is Ahmaud Arbery. My name is still and always will be Michael Brown. It's not a race problem. What it is a problem with the race. I'm going to say that again. It's not a race problem. It's a problem with the race. When all over the country the poor are disenfranchised by redistricting known as gerrymandering. So that when I look at a congressional map in this country, it looks like a giant Rorschach test. And when I take that Rorschach test, what I see is an enormous Colonel Sanders standing next to a tiny Uncle Ben and even tinier Aunt Jemima. It's not a race problem. It's a problem with the race. The state of Mississippi has a 40% black population, yet only 8% of its elected officials are black. And don't get me started on voter suppression. I'm from Georgia, and my name is Stacey Abrams. It's not a race problem. What it is a problem with the race. And right now, the reason that I'm doing this on a Saturday is because the country is on fire. And there are two different kinds of protests happening right now as we speak. One, people protesting the right to spread a disease that disproportionately affects people of color, because that's what you're doing. To those of you protesting in front of state capitals, carrying automatic weapons and waving Confederate flags so that we can all live free and die, I got a couple of questions. If it is heritage, not hate, why don't you show me just how much heritage you have by being a Southern gentleman about it and apologizing? I too am Southern. My ancestors too fought in the Civil War, and I know that in the South we have a long tradition of surrendering. But you know as well as I do that if it were 300 armed black men, not just armed, carrying AK-47s, protesting in front of and in fact inside the State House, the one thing we'd have is gun control. But the way to get real gun control in this country is to actually form a real, well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia of poor people protecting themselves against the thievery of the rich. But as long as it remains poor people killing poor people for chump change, they'll let you keep your guns. But I don't understand your logic on gun control. Isn't an armed street gang a lot closer to a well-regulated militia than a neighborhood watch group? My name is still Trayvon Martin. It's not a race problem. It's a problem with the race. When 1 in 3 black men will wind up in state or federal prison, yet 1 in 75 whites will ever go there, that's not a race problem. That's a problem with the race. When black people are 17 times more likely to be pulled over for no particular reason than white people, and when they are pulled over, they are 50% more likely to be searched. And when they are searched, they are 100% more likely to be afraid for their lives. And that is for very good reason, because of the likelihood that a person of color will be killed by a police officer far outnumbers the likelihood that a white person will be. Not even in the same ballpark. Today in America, we have a greater income gap than there was in South Africa during the heart of apartheid. And that income gap has grown 40% in my lifetime. Think about that when you ask, why are they burning down their own neighborhoods? Hey, do you have bus fare? Make sure you curb your dog. Now, people got to sleep on these streets. When you ask why people are burning down their own neighborhoods, they're not burning down their own neighborhoods. They are burning businesses owned by people who do not live in their neighborhoods, but take the profits from their businesses out of their neighborhoods. When you say riots in the streets aren't the answer, answer me this. How well did you listen when we just took a knee in silent protest? It's not a race problem. It's a problem with the race. My name is Oscar Grant. My name is Stephon Clark. My name is Nathaniel Woods. My name is Antoine Rose Jr. My name is Ashiana Jefferson. My name is still Rodney King. It's not a black problem or a white problem. It is an American problem. But systemic racism has kept far too many people of color below the poverty line. And disproportionate incarceration has decimated an American community. So that it's not just a class problem, it is an American problem. But my friends, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day a man will be judged by the contents of his character and not the contents of his wallet. It's not a race problem. What it is a problem with the race. Thank you for listening.